What inspired me to create Life Launch was seeing lots of students go through higher education and spending 4 or 5 or 6 or more years studying something and still not knowing who they are, what they're passionate about, and how to not just make a living but build a life.
Well, what are your values? What are your strengths and weaknesses? What are you passionate about? What is your life purpose? Right? And then taking those as a foundation of self-knowledge, and from that place then looking at, okay, what is it that I want to do in the world? What is the contribution that I want to make to the world, and how can I live a life based on who I am?
I was expecting some sort of grand master plan or vision that I would get all the answers, and I was at a point in my life where a lot of the questions that were addressed or like discussed, like, hey, we're going to talk about this in the email that Marli sent out, I just felt really connected to it. I told my girlfriend, I was like, I have to go to this.
Just got motivated just by talking with her on the phone, and I think every time I did, I always went out and did something that day, and that just made me so excited to come here and get that enthusiasm for life.
The more that I thought about getting over my unwillingness to accept help and look for a little more guidance, the more I realized that this was a really good opportunity for me to change something, because I felt like I'd been doing the same things over and over again.
What I hoped to get out of Life Launch was kind of a better understanding of what I'm looking for, to kind of help me better narrow down the gigantic field that is the job search.
We spend a lot of time together in doing some workshops and sessions, really having meaningful, deep conversations about those questions that we don't often spend enough time asking ourselves. And then the beauty of being in a place like this is that we have the space to really reflect on that. There's solo times to work on your journal. We've gone on some hikes and done some adventures and laughed a lot, played games, and built a really incredible community.
I think the best part was kind of the ability to let go of all my preconceived notions about myself and kind of get feedback from the people who are here about who they saw me as, to kind of compare that to how I saw myself, which was kind of both a humbling and an interesting experience, because those things that you couldn't accept or you don't see by yourself, other people can see.
I was told by other people who I just met that I was empathetic, and then I created a nice environment around me.
I've really opened myself up to dreaming a little bit more. And I've learned that I have a lot of fears that have been kind of holding me back. And if I want to live the life that I'm realizing I want to live, that I have to find a way to push past those fears.
The best part is connecting with people with me. Actually me.
What have you learned about yourself?
I'm pretty rad.
The people that have chosen to take the step here are going to just continue moving forward in their life with purpose and passion and clarity around who they are and what they want, instead of just going through the motions.
Life Launch has provided me with the support and people that I need to recognize that I'm worthy of going out there and pursuing whatever I want to. Right now. Marli just makes me feel that I am so important, and not many people have done that for me.
Just a shift in mindset and becoming more excited about possibility and really willing to chase things down and work really hard will make a big difference for me. Because in reflecting over the past couple months when I've been applying for jobs and feeling a lot of rejection, I think part of that is that I haven't really given myself over fully.
I think Life Launch would be good for anyone that thinks there's something more out there and they're not quite sure what it is. Or even if they do think that they know what it is, I think they should still come and see if that's actually what they want to do.
Some of the questions we ask here are extraordinary for any part of your life. And in fact, I'm probably going to come back to this book when I'm 40 and go, what are my passions right now? What were my core values? What are they now? How are they different?
Oftentimes it's easier to just to play small and be humble, and at the same time we're kind of talking down about ourselves. So for me, it's just been so inspiring to see the participants claim their strengths and what they're good at and how they want to change the world.
These people, like, they have each other's backs. And so you're not just getting launched into your life alone, but that you now have this community of people who have your back and support you.
Get out into nature and ask some tough questions, do some emotional heavy lifting, and really figure it out. If not now, when?
Life launch on 3. 1, 2, 3. Life launch!
I love it.
All right.